Hey guys, oh, I'm a bit loud, I think. I don't know. Whatever. Right. Anyways, it's been a while since I made a video. Today I'm gonna be actually modding for once. It's actually been a long time since I've made a mod. I've kind of been slacking, and maybe I've hit the retirement age. Let me actually lower my microphone value here. Yeah, maybe I'm in my retirement age now. After a while, people seem to retire, but I'm still lurking a bit. But I've definitely slowed down on my modding. I think generally people can kind of accept that I have enough mods as is. Even on my desk, like I have a pretty much a whole collection on my desk, so I don't really have an itch to make much more mods, I guess. But there's always this one mod that I have haven't made yet, but I've always been interested in, and that's Energel ST V1. You know, I do have an Energel SCV2. I've actually made two or three of them by now. This is my personal one and the only one I have left. My other one previously, they've always broken, actually. To me, it's always been a fragile mod in school. Well, not honestly, it was mostly because of me though, because for me, it was like that cheap mod that I could bring to school, I guess. And like maybe if I wanted to spin at school, not in class, but like during lunchtime or breaks, I guess. It was always a mod that I really like spinning. So I would bring it to class. And also but the thing is that my friend would also use it. And they're not really, I guess, well, and they would, I mean, they're not like pen spinners, I guess, but they knew how to do basic stuff like practice a charge or some shit like that, or a finger pass, easy peasy. Like finger passes, people can understand the concept of a finger pass, so it's like something easy people can practice. And having a mod for them, is gonna be make it more fun for them. So I'd always lend it to them. It's no big deal. I have a bunch of mods, so it wasn't fine. But like high schoolers, he he eventually one day at lunchtime was hitting this other friend with this mod, and then eventually the body broke, and I've also broken the caps for that mod a couple of times too as well. So I have it's not my first rodeo, but like with making this mod, but it's I've always kind of been upset when it happens because it's a mod that I really like. And since it's a mod that I really like, that no matter what, if I broke it, I've always motivated to remake it. Since honestly, it's very easy, like relatively easy, but it's also like unique in a way. So it's pretty cool. And my personal one here, as you can see, I've spoken about it before, but I don't use pretty energels. I guess it's honestly kind of expensive to go buy the fancy energels. I know there's AliExpress, but even on AliExpress, it's like a couple dollars too high that I'm not really too interested in for something that I don't know. It's fine. Like I have seen white energels that seem pretty cool that I think honestly are much more my taste compared to like the kawaii energels or the other patterned energels. But like it's too high that I'm not willing to spend for just an Energel ST, I guess, Whatever. Today we're going to be making a pretty ugly Energel ST. We're going to be using these American Dr. Grips that I received from somebody. I think maybe it was Tilt, maybe my Tilt trade. I got these American Energel. Honestly, I don't really. It might have been Skinich. I actually don't remember, or Mustard. I forgot. I want to say it's Tilt though who gave me these Energels, and sadly I'm gonna have to cut them. And honestly, like, where will I cut to? I'm probably gonna cut off most of the stars here, so it's not gonna look very pretty. Also, I'm gonna be using white, white Dr. Grip, so it's gonna cover the stars even more. So it's just gonna be this red pattern, red and white pattern, which isn't gonna look too great, I think, in my opinion. But like this isn't whatever. These are the spare parts that I have on hand, and I don't really. I could use clear Dr. Grips, but I don't want to cut. I don't, you know, like who wants to cut grips? I'm too lazy for that, you know. I already have these white Dr. grips that are pre-cut, which are pretty nice, you know. Anyways, I'm just lazy. Like and this is a mod that I'm not really too like careful for the looks for. So, whatever. First, let's talk about Energel STV1 because not everybody knows about Energel STV1. So, as you can see on my screen here, what is it? Um, I was recently reminded of this mod when during Magi's analysis of the remaining mods from this CV, from a Vortex CV, where he made custom mods for everyone. He labeled the i.suk mod as Energel STV1, which and then when I read this stuff and like I remember the CV itself, that wasn't Energel STV1. You know, this is not Energel STV1 from my understanding. Like this is Energel KT that was given to i.suk, which later became like Energel STV1 after he changed a bunch of stuff. But this is not Energel. This is of course Energel KT by Vortex. So Magi is a bit incorrect in this, I guess, analysis. But like in the name, I guess of this, he kind of declared it as, unless maybe I'm wrong, and like that's apparently Energel ST. This is considered Energel STV1 because it was kind of the precursor to Energel STV1, like the actual Energel STV1. So you could like if this is Energel STV1, then Energel STV2 is really Energel STV3, which I kind of don't want to go there and start renaming shit, you know. Anyhow, I do remember what is it? Asking i.suk. He kind of goes to me here about this, but like here I asked him about Energel STV1. It can be pictured here. So this top one here, later on the top, is the original Energel STV1, which I'm going to be making. And this bottom one is also considered an Energel STV1, except he replaced this hypergel section with Sailor. And I honestly don't know what the hell, like it's a clear hypergel or some shit. I don't really know what happened here. But like this I'm going to be following this. This as like the true Energel STV1 and like assume that there's a clear hypergel or some other clear grip, maybe a super grip or something. But I honestly cannot tell. And I'm just going to assume I'm going to be using hypergel like this here, but and also hypergel here under the grip here. Like this is you know, like i.suk Mbus V3 basically, you know, holding is it holding it or is it like is the tip in here like that or is it holding it? I'm going to assume it's holding it. Because I said it here, holding. And honestly, it's honestly kind of confusing for me when like these instructions like that, especially for like mods like Energel STV3. Like sometimes I have it holding, and also I've seen it with if it's not holding, but it's like stopping it from leaking out of this. So it's like grip, it's like grip, and then the tip is like over here. You know, like the tip is in the Giotto or some, you know, like stuff like that. I don't know how it really is. But I'm gonna assume that it's holding it, so it's like it's wrapped around the tip. Okay. Anyhow, it's essentially pretty much Energel ST. It's pretty much Energel STV1, but it's you cut the Energels a bit shorter, as you can see in the photo. It like you can see it kind of starts at the same place. It is a bit shorter. From this is V2 in the middle. This is V1, 5 millimeters shorter. And this amount of hypergel, And that's it. That's it for my explanation of energel STV1. I have leaked this, so I have like mentioned about it. Like this is not a secret, I guess, but I guess it's not very popular, and it's like somewhere in IPMC talking about energel STV1. Anyhow, I kind of, whatever. Today I'm going to be following this tutorial as like a reference, a little bit of a reference to remind me of what energel STV2 is. I'm using the Fen Spinner Wiki version of the tutorial today because I don't know. I'm a bit nostalgic for this the wiki type layout, and I like, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Yeah. All right. Today I'm going to be actually using Turbo Double instead of the Super Tip and Kamza back plug because in my opinion this is kind of like the better modification, and like it like Turbo Double is almost perfectly like symmetrical. I think tech because it's double sided by default. I think maybe on the tips I don't know. I'm pretty sure it is perfectly except like on this side. They're pretty much the same. It's pretty much perfectly equal on both sides. I don't fuck with that Kamza on one side and like because you gotta shave the Kamza too, and like it's the buster construction like that. That's nah. We don't fuck with that, even though it's technically original. So like I'm not making an exact 1-to-1 replica of energel STV1. I'm making just my version, but like not changing too much stuff. So if you're gonna, but like of course I'm gonna, that's obviously a big difference. So like I'm not opposed. I might like sometimes I might be sound like a Puritan and like be like, oh, you got to follow exactly how it's made. I guess to me I'm fine with modifying it, but like you just have to like be able to like remember and like say it, I guess. Like when somebody asks what mod you're using, I guess, and like you're sharing what you use, instead of saying energel instead of saying I'm using i.suk v3, you should say I'm using i.suk v3 with airfit tips, like that's fine. I give that mod as an example because it's commonly like made that way, whatever, and that's kind of like the most popular example of a mod commonly being made incorrectly. All right, let's kind of start here. What am I gonna do for starting? I'm going to be cutting energel. Nah, okay, fine. I will cut the energel. I might as well. Remember the American. I like to what is it? I'm going to remove the clips by just bending it out, breaking it off, because I'm not going to keep it. And also like cutting it, it's in the way, basically. It's in the way. The clip is in the way. So we're going to remove it. Oh, that was a nice cleaner pull. As you can see, I removed all the metal of it, and on this side I kind of just detached the metal, like the metal, the not metal, it's like shiny plastic. The metal-like plastic is still there. When this one, it's like the clip is fully gone. See, look how nice piece of that is compared to like this. Whatever. We're gonna remove the ink. Bam. And also might as well like people like writing with energel, so it's kind of sad to see just this being a waste. All this energel ink is gone to waste. I'm not gonna use it. Are you using it? I'm not using it. So energel is like a very popular pen here that you can buy. So it does feel like a bit of a waste. We got these 2 pieces of energel. Now we need some tape. Do I have tape? Oh shit. Oh, I do have tape. One thing I've kind of been low on is tape recently. I don't think my family uses tape too much in the house anyways, so I have to buy my own tape, but I keep forgetting to buy my own tape. Anyhow, Cronin actually gave me this freebie once, and it's some washi tape, which is I guess it was meant for. Why is my cat okay? Whatever. Washi tape, pretty cool. It's I guess it was I feel like he used it for like outserts and shit to make fancy cool mods like a true modder, but like me, I'm not gonna use outs. I'm not gonna do outserts. I don't fuck with outserts. You know, I prefer the simpler shit. And whatever, I'm going to use this washi tape to get my line to do my measuring. Do I have? Where's my ruler? Oh fuck, man. Do I got a ruler? Uh, do I got a ruler down here or some shit? Oh, okay. I might have to grab a ruler real quick. Oh, I got some shit here. Do I? Ah, fuck it. Okay. Okay. Whatever. We are going to grab a ruler then. Be right back then. Where the fuck is my ruler? Oh man. Huh? Who put this shit here? Oh fuck. Oh my god. Uh. Huh. I guess we might go no ruler, which is not great. What is this? Unless it's like behind, under my messy desk somewhere. But like, I recently had some renovations. As you can see, my floor is actually fucking wood. So it's like, you know, there was a bunch of stuff moving around, and I'm not very organized. So I actually don't know where it is. But it might be just hiding from me. I'm sure one day I'll find it. But I guess for now, we're going to go no ruler. And we're going to use the ruler that's kind of like planted here. Because this is, it's kind of, the print is coming off though. The print is coming off. So like, it's not like I have a big, it's not like, it's not like it's going to be too accurate, I guess. Unless, let me lock in real quick. No ruler, but we got a tape measure. Sorry for leaving guys for like 5 minutes or so or some shit. Or like 10, 8, I don't know. Am I gonna really edit that? No. Because while I do consider myself somebody who makes videos, I'm not really trying to make content or anyway, you know? So I'm not too, yeah. So whatever, no ruler. We are going to use this. It has centimeters, right? Yep, centimeters. Right. Do I have a X-Acto knife? uh, Shit. I assume I do. It's just a little buried under this little pile of stuff that I got right here. But I should have one actually. Why do I have a tie? Anyhow. Oh yeah, we're not going to use a X-Acto knife today actually, because I only have to cut this energel. So we're just gonna pivot. No X-Acto. What the fuck am I doing? I gotta measure this shit. How am I gonna measure this shit? I guess I'm gonna tape and like try. So we're gonna use let me show you guys. We're gonna cut the energel barrel. We're gonna follow step by step. Energel barrel 6.3 centimeters. So with 6.3, according to i.suk, we're gonna do minus 4 to 5 centimeters, I think. Yeah, 4 to 5 centimeters. We're gonna do 5 centimeters. I don't know. Whatever. It's like point whatever. We'll see how it is. I think the final length should be like fine, the same ish. So let's see. I don't know how I'm going to do this shit. So like 5 point, what is it? 5.7. 5.7 is, where is 5.7? 5.7 is like there. This is 5.7. We're gonna wrap around this shit. And okay. Straight, is it a straight cut? No. I mean, is it a straight wrap? No. But I did wrap it 5.7. We're gonna compare it to the original. And well, it doesn't feel like as big of a difference as, so like, you know, here, and here. It's not that I feel like it's not even that big of a I feel like it's not as big of a difference as I feel like it is in the actual video. But I mean, maybe I'm a bit distorted, but like, I guess, is that really like, I feel like maybe my measurement is a bit on the low end. Maybe I cut on this mod, I cut it differently. Oh yeah, on this one it's like 6.2. What? No, it's 6.3. It's 6.3. It's like 6.25. Okay. So like there is already okay. So this mod is a bit shorter on these ends, I guess. So this is like 6.25, 2.6 rather than exactly 6.3. So it's on the slightly shorter end of the shtick. So we're not going to be too worried there. Yep. Let's take a look again. Measure it from the other side. Might as well. This here, 5.8. Oh no! Okay, we're gonna do a little retaping then. Because we're trying to get this perfectly right. Well, not perfectly right, because I'm not a perfect man. This is my second try. Second try. This looks like a clean wrap around, so I put it, you know, place it on parallel. Or like even, I guess. We're gonna measure now. I hate that this is a little bit crooked. We got 5.8. I'm tripping. I'm putting this on. All right. Maybe I'm being too much of a perfectionist, given how much, given how I'm going to cut this with. But we're gonna do one last try, because like whatever, you know. I think I spend too much time making these mods because I'm like measuring and like weighing and shit. That it's honestly like become hard to start making a mod because I try to, you know, do my best and like do all this shit and like realistically I'm never going to perfectly recreate a mod, and like even if I reproduce steps like perfectly, it might spin differently, like through like magic and shit, you know, or just through factory standards. So it's definitely on the it's definitely something I should be a little bit more wait, why am I trying again? Why did I wrap that shit? Because I keep placing at the same spot 5.8. We're gonna do this here. That should be better. Okay, that's 5.7. So yeah, I think generally maybe I should be a little bit more quick and try to aim to do things a lot quicker. I guess that's just not how I roll in this type of thing. All right, we're gonna be using this type of pipe powder today, like the little snippy snip. I just clamp it down because to be honest, this is like a pain to cut. Like imagine cutting this with a X-Acto knife if you have no pipe cutter, and the other pipe cutter, this works fine, but like around this part, it's a bit annoying, you know. Actually, maybe for this shorter version, it might actually do fine here. So I'm actually going to try it. Ooh, okay. It's like eh. If I bend this back and remove this, if I can remove it, I can't remove it. It might work. So we're going to actually use it. I generally prefer the other one because this is such an annoying like energel, you know, blah blah blah. The other one does it really quick, but this one is always more precise. So I generally do use this for everything else. But for this, it works, I think. Anyhow, we clamped it down. Does it rotate? Yes, it like barely fits. That's not right. Clamp it down. It's just twisty twist. This is, you know, one of the cheap $1, $2 ones, so it's like you know, kind of shit. And I don't think I could like it's not worth Like the blade is, gonna probably, cheap and it's gonna get dull real quick. I have no idea if people even maintain or sharpen these things, and for such a cheap device, maybe it's not worth it. But I mean, this thing does work, and it's fine. And if you, to me, it works for pen modding, you know. And usually I never go to completion with these type of thing. I usually use it as score for like other stuff, for like soft, you know what a soft body, soft, like flexible, like these type ST and other stuff. But for this, it is what it is. We got it. Bam. Bit ugly, but we're gonna cover it anyways. So like, fuck off. Next little thing. We're gonna use the other side of the tape, of course, because the other, this one got. Wait a minute. Did I cut too much? Huh? Oh, fuck. Wait, what is 5.7, right? Fuck. 5.7, 6.3, 5.7. Shit. I may be a little off. I may be a little off. What to do? Let me do a little check here. Fuck it. You know. I'm not used to this type of shit, so I might have used the wrong line there. But it's honestly not too bad. I'm like 0.3 off. That's pretty bad. But like realistically, I mean, like, it looks, it's like a centimeter down. Holy shit. So like instead of 5.7, it's like 5.4. Whoops. Yeah. Things happen. Whatever. We're making a shorter version anyway. We roll with this type of shit. We roll with it. I might as well finish it. Because I guess I will. Let me. Fuck. Okay. We're gonna use. Yeah. Fuck it. Now let's do this side. We're gonna match it with the other one, so we're gonna do 5.4 as well. With this, we don't have to remeasure it. We can just match it and line it up. So this one is a little bit too long. Honestly, I can just do this shit. Yeah. Ooh, a little bit too down. Okay, we got an acceptable amount of acceptable evenness here. Who knows how it will look in the final product. Bam. Clamp it again. Bang. Line it up. Line it up for the cut. whatever. Bam. Okay, we're gonna do a little measure quick before we commit to this, and it looks fine. I'm fine with it. I'm gonna tighten it a little bit. You got to be careful about crushing these type of barrels. Well, I mean, not these type of barrels, but like other barrels, you know, because realistically, this one is like fine. It's a very hard, stiff barrel that's not going to fucking bend and like crush and deplete. So we're whoops. Pick it up with my feet. Hell yeah. Little click mechanism from the inside. Whatever. Do this shit. Tighten it a bit more. Do this shit again. A little twisting. It's all good. It's getting really light now, so it's about to crumble. We're gonna do a tiny tie. There we go. Just this side now. Oh no! What fell on the floor? What fell on the floor? I can't see what fell on the floor. I'm gonna check. 1 second. Nothing fell on the floor? Plastic bit? I don't know. We're gonna find out one day. YOLO. Whatever. Let's take a look at our final product. Well, not final product. You know, this shit. This shit. We just started. We spent 40 minutes just doing this shit. Step 1. They're pretty even. They're pretty even. They're just not very short. They're not very long. Let's take a look at the real, real barrel. So it's a little bit shorter. It is how it is. Even when you compare the photos, it's, I mean, like, this is not, I don't think it's 1 centimeter even in the photos. But I mean, it could, it could, maybe. Like, I don't know, maybe i.suk is like really bad at instructions and shit. Like this being 0.5, and then, but like, even though this entire thing is supposed to be 0.5, doesn't really, I don't know. Or that could just be like distortion from the grip, the clear grip, whatever. We're YOLOing with this because I made a mistake anyways. But I'm not going to go buy another energel. I'm not going to go buy another American Dr. Grip American energel just to redo this fucking mod, this ugly ass mod. I'm just going to commit to this shit, okay? Whatever. Who cares about making, yeah, whatever. Anyhow, I guess we're going to empty this now. So let me grab pliers. Do I have I have, okay. Thank God. I got pliers at hand. I was like, that it'd be really bad. No pliers, no X-Acto, no ruler. I'd be like unprepared. We're just gonna remove the ink, like, fuck. We're okay. We're gonna use scissors. Wait, actually no. For this side, the other side, thick side. I should have used scissors. This side, I'm gonna use pliers because I can just grab this plastic part. And that's it. Okay, so we got the plastic. So we got the ink tip. And then this. How do I do this again? I guess we're going to grab it and bam, pliers. No damage really done, to be fair, which is nice. Thankfully, since I didn't mess this up, but we can poke it out with some tweezers on one end. Poke out from the, poke out. I said poke out, or I guess we're gonna poke in. we're gonna poke out. Fuck you. Bam. Is it gonna stay in my mouse pad? No. Okay, we're good. Whatever. I just poked it out like this. Bam, 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 bam. We done. Except we're not done because there's actually a little shit in here. Like we took out the ink cartridge from this side, but on this side it's still there. So there is ink here. So like the one thing that's bad about Turbo Double is that there's this shitty, is that the, you know, it's hard to remove this. But good thing we have this fuck ass long ass metal skewer that we just poke in here. Ah. Huh? Oh my god, we got it out. Now it's coated. Ew. In the ink because it completely pierced the ink. But he also grabbed this little middle thing that was plastic thing that was in the middle. But thankfully it's gone. We can wipe off this little metal skewer because from ink. It's done its job. And thank you, metal skewer, that I have no idea where I got from. Anyhow, we have this now. We're going to clear the barrel because I might as well. It's a nice. Usually, I think I use rubbing alcohol, but I'm gone. It's gone. So we have nail polish remover or acetone, I guess. Is there an ingredient list or some shit? Caution: ingredients: acetone, aqua. What's? Okay, whatever. We're gonna use my little bombilla for yerba mate. Whatever. I'm gonna put this here. And I honestly think it's pretty easy to remove. We're gonna dip and try. Okay, yeah, it looks easy to remove. We're just gonna remove. I'm inhaling some nice acetone fumes. Hell yeah. All right, I'm removing my nail polish. Bam. Clean, clean, clean. Pretty easy of a clean job, honestly, compared to other pens. It's like very smooth. And thankfully, compared to super tips, there's no etching, so it's nice. You get a very nice nice barrel out of the box. Yay. Sadly, you can see some ink on the inside. Like you see this little dark area like here, like that's ink from internal, which I kind of don't want it. I mean, I'll see if it rinses out with water. Here, let me pour some water in here, because I don't need any more acetone, I think. So we're gonna pour some water in here through my little beaker that I use to drink water out of. Rinse out, I guess. We're gonna do the other side too. This hole is too small, so we're just doing a little. Yeah, okay. Washed away, pretty much, except a little bit on this side. So we're gonna do one more. Bam. I usually would do this over my sink, but I'm just gonna stay here for the video. I already left a bunch, for the ruler. I'm gonna cap this and just put this down so I don't have to inhale the fumes. Aight. Nice and clear body. Yep. We're gonna put the back plug back in, or front plug, or I don't know. Is there a front, or I guess it's the back plug. We're gonna assume it's the back. Shove this in so it's fully in. Bam! Perfectly symmetrical barrel. So nice. No sanding required. Imagine if I had to sand a Kamsa back plug. Like, that would make this video 2 times longer. Okay. Whoa, I hit my microphone. Next step on this. We got this emptied. We can skip fucking 3 damn tape sections. Okay. I mean, all right. Because we're gonna go on here and like it's not a perfect fit, so we do need to tape both sides. Like I do have tape on both sides here, and I honestly could put more tape because it's I do have only Teflon tape here as like a temporary shit. I don't have a nice paper tape or anything right now, but this works for me right now, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use Teflon tape. But one thing I also need to do too is cut out my my hypergel. So this is a hypergel or Jimny gel rollerball technically. So it's a hypergel substitute, perfect substitute. It's hypergel grip. It just has the text here, so it's a little ugly, you know, compared to actual hypergel. I think I remember if that's the difference. I'm not too well versed in G3s and shit, so like I never actually cared too much about getting hypergel, or like, anyways. But I'm gonna assume, if I remember correctly, it's only like this text that's like, and also, oh, tinted. It's tinted. Hypergel is not tinted, and this is tinted, right? Right? Maybe I forgot. Maybe yeah. I think so, because this is like a blue tint to it, the cap. So like it's maybe a bit ugly, for compared to like nice and white and shit. Whatever. We're only using the grip. So let's see if I can remove the grip. Grip. We got the grip. What now? What now, man? What now? What am I doing with my life? Oh yeah. Oh, I do need I do need a Zacto knife actually. Let's see. Let me just grab it then, cause I gotta cut this shit. I forgot. Zacto, where are you? You should be over here, where my Zacto usually is, but like somebody's been touching my shit. Oh, here it is. Where are my blades though? I have no idea where my blades are, but I got my cheap old Zacto knife. We're gonna use that blade that's on it because I cannot. I'm not gonna bother with grabbing another. I guess. Do I have a little? Do I have any in my pile here? Do I have any big round stick? Me kind of scared. Like, why don't I? I should be cleaning up this shit, right? Okay, no big round stick. Actually, there is a big round stick. I found it. We're actually gonna use, actually, 1 second. 1 whole second. I'm gonna grab my little spare bag of grips and actually double check if I have any hypergel. Bam! Okay. Guys, look how we got here. We got a little big spare bag of random ass grips. This is actually not for me, so I did not cut all of these myself. This is just somebody else. So we're actually gonna steal some grips from this, maybe, if there is a hypergel. That's an energel. I mean, any ball, any fuck. Because realistically, this shit is decorative, and that honestly, I don't know if it's and like one of them is super gel. So we might actually just use super gel. Like this is a green like, and I might as well use, like this is like a little hot, like not a super serious attempt at this mod anyways. So I'm not trying to make it look pretty, so I might as well use stuff that I don't even I wasn't even going to use. So I might just use these fuck ass grips. Like this, that's a good size for that decorative grip, a little black grip. And also maybe this one here. Maybe these two match. So instead of cutting myself a nice, like we're just gonna use these two Anyball ones. And then looks like the other ones are a little too short for a not perfectly 5. So we're gonna actually cut the 5, the ones for the grip myself. But for this, for the decorative grips, like on the, okay, I'll show you. For the white decorative grips here on this side, I'm going to be using these little black shit that I just grabbed because it looks, in my opinion, the same size, like size-wise, and I don't want to cut this thin of a strip of hypergel anyways. And then for this internal grip, I'm going to be cutting. And again, 3 to 4. Oh, okay, so okay. I guess we're doing 4. I guess we're doing 4. We're gonna use 4. I don't really like these ranges because like I think maybe they should have remembered when cutting and making the mod, and like that's kind of annoying having to like you know guess like for Fenboss, Fenboss, that emboss mod. It's there's a range for the grip shit, and that's kind of like, I guess there's versions and shit, but like I rather just give a tutorial for each version or like label what, and I don't want to have to like go in the middle. I usually go in the middle instead of taking extremes, but yeah. Aight, we're gonna put this. It is okay. Big, the diameter for big is a bit. What the fuck is this shit? What the fuck was I doing here? Why is this sticky? Okay, oh yeah, there was tape on it. Maybe there's a thinner. Maybe I might just do it on this. Nah, fuck it. Okay. I'm gonna just use the grip, the Bic. Because I don't want it to like stretch and like the diameter. Usually you don't want the barrel on it to be thinner, I guess. But do I even have like a thicker? I mean, you don't want to be too thick because like it stretches it and like it distorts the. You know, when it's stretching, it will distort the actual thing. I'm a bob. Fuck. So I'm actually just gonna use this. I'm actually gonna use this. The thing it came on. I guess. Okay. I guess we're gonna do it sequentially, maybe from the back or maybe from the front. I guess we're gonna use the back here because there's a little curved part on this end. It's just I thought of doing it one from each end because you get a guarantee cut side, you know. But for this, I might just do it like bam bam, you know, bam bam, easy peasy. But we're gonna give it a go. Of course, let's do some grab a piece of tape so we can line it up. You know, modding, blah blah blah. Thank you, Mango, for this this little bag. Well, I paid for it, so maybe no. And it's finally coming to use. Let's grab a fresh piece of tape. Hopefully my audio isn't fucked. I'm kind of recording this whole one. What is it? 4 centimeter. 4 centimeter. We got 4 centimeter. 4 centimeter. Okay, 4 centimeter. Where's my... Oh, here. Right. 4 centimeter. Oh, because the edge of this shit is not... Okay. I mean, that looks like a good piece. Pretty small piece as well. Does that line up? It's not bad. But I'm just gonna YOLO it. 4 centimeter looks good to me. Looks good to me. We're gonna grab my X-Acto knife, my old piece of X-Acto knife. We're going to cut here. We're gonna lean in because I can't fucking see in this shit, and also this, whatever. And then we're gonna cut along the line, you know. Wow. I guess I'm supposed to go for 1 rotation, but I kind of fucked it and just like, oh, I'll go for 2. Did I cut that shit right? Ooh, that was bad cut. Because usually I'm not, you shouldn't go for a 2nd rotation. We're going to remove this tape. And we're going to, there we go. We got 1 piece. Ugly cut. At least I use X-Acto, and I mean, it's a fine piece. It's a fine cut. It's a cut that's I'm satisfied with, you know. Like it's a step above using scissors for this shit. So like I'm not Mango. Grab my little that shit getting lost. Line up another piece for this shit. That looks good. Wrap it tightly. What sucks about washi tape is that it's not very sticky on grips, but it is sticky on itself. So you want to like wrap it quicker, I guess, so it can actually reach, you know, the sticky part and actually start sticking. And you don't want it to like start slipping and shit. Whatever. This might be a little bit big. It is a bit big. But it's honestly close enough. So I'm gonna fuck it. I'm gonna run with it. Because fuck off. And I should be doing this shit anyways. But I'm gonna make sure to cut under the line anyways. Bam. 1 rotation, I think. Let's see if I did enough pressure. Maybe I didn't. Oh, I did. We're good. Right. Remove. Put away. Bam. Now let's remove this grip. Yeah, we got a little big piece of hyper gel. We're gonna put it with the rest of this spare pieces of grip, even though I do actually have another place I usually put my spare pieces of grip. Anyways, bam. We're gonna take this shit. Remove this. Alright, we got everything we need. Oh my god. Let's go. We're finally done. It took an hour. Now we're time to assemble. All right, guys. What the hell? I grabbed fucking lip side. Fuck it. Usually, I feel like for this type of mod, you should use the solid side. Like I don't think he used the lip side for any of these. Actually. On this one, I feel like this one might be lipped. I don't know. Actually, no. This is solid, I think. I don't think that's the lip. Unless it is the lip. Huh. Whatever. I always assumed it wasn't a lip, but it looks like it could be a lip. Whatever. We got these I think it's this pair that are taped together for some reason. I don't know who I got it from that taped it together. I'm going to assume it was Minion Kevin, because I remember Minion Kevin or Betty being the type of person who uses these little bags. Sadly, they're not really around in the pen spinning community anymore, and they closed up shop. R.I.P. PMW Pen Modding World. Was always cool having a shop in Canada. I mean, it didn't really matter that it's in Canada, because shipping prices in Canada, we're not subsidized. Like the taxes don't go towards our shipping companies, so it's like, not that different from like an American company. So it's like, it's whatever. Anyways, my cat walked in. Anyways, let's just put this grip around this tip, grip around the tip. It's a nice snug fit, and then we're gonna put this shit on. Grab a little bit of spit, like a vortex style. Bada bam. Put this ugly ass this grip. What I comp. All right, it's a bit tough. I forgot how much out it should be. I guess 0.5 centimeters out. So let's try to do that, because it looks like that on the shit. Let me see if it matches up to it. I mean, okay. Okay, it's like 0.7 out for me right here. Whatever. But this one here matches the original length, I guess, a bit. Compensates for my mistake a little bit, like here. As you can see, it kind of matches up. Pretty good. We can wait, is it circular? Like, I think with these grips, like, it's like there's small, like, you have to make sure it's kind of annoying to like have to make sure that it's fully stretched, because the Dr. grip might not be stretched as much equally around, which I think contributes to like mods not feeling the same. It's just the stretchage. Let's see if I can get this in now. It's kind of annoying to do this shit, but especially on a lipped Dr. grip. Oh, fuck off. I almost had it, but like, we're gonna see if I can do this better. Like, it's hard to like put this okay. Nice, we got a pretty good okay. It's held in solidly. Like, when you put this in, like, maybe the signal tip will like inch forward, and like the grip around it will not like slip. But like, we get a nice, now it's nice on this, and like it usually happens with my i.suk and Bus V3, where the tip starts to inch a little forward. As you can see here, the tip is not snug in on this end, which I guess now that I've spun it a lot, it's kind of annoying to do that it happens like that. Honestly, I don't really notice when spinning it, because like, I guess which is kind of weird because I get you get used to it over time. But generally, I guess it's not ugly. It's pretty ugly. I'm gonna shut my door actually. Be right back. Because I guess my parents came home and I guess I'm subconsciously not speaking as much, or I'm getting. It's kind of like, it's kind of weird, you know how like teenagers tell mom shut the door and shit for your room. Like, I guess I'm kind of feeling it now. Well, you know, like different room in, room like door open, door closed. That's a mindset difference. That shit important. Anyhow, let's do this other side. Bing. I'm not gonna lick the energel directly. I'm gonna lick my finger, even though I don't know. I don't exactly remember where my finger has fucking been. Uh-oh. Putting the grip on again. It's whatever. It's just kind of annoying because, but I mean, it's like messing around with grips and especially over gripping, pretty annoying, especially having to like shift and like having your hands on this on this kind of texture is pretty bad because it's grippy and whatever, you know what I mean. Let's check if it's the exact same height, and it is kind of the exact same height, yeah, but it's not as stretched onto the barrel. Fuck it. We might just YOLO like this. Looks pretty good to me. Alright. Right. We're doing it like this. We're gonna sneak it in. It's gonna slip, but we're gonna shove it back in. Wait, actually, let me get some saliva into these grips. Okay. Oh, that slipped in nice. Vortex was onto something when he was doing the, I think, Manoa emboss tutorial. I think that's where I remember that shit from. Whatever. We got these nice. It's honestly super flush and cool. Oh my god! Look at that. Okay, I assume that's how it is with the it wrapped around and that, like that's a satisfying finish, and not like the, you know, grip and then tip here, like, you know, like holding it in from falling out. I'm gonna assume it's not that. Now we put this decorative grip, even though it's not very decorative because it's kind of like taking away from it, in my opinion. I'm not too big on these types of decorative stripings. Like for my Manoa fit line, I actually chose to not use this decorative shit. Like normally here you'd have Air Blanc and maybe I forgot what else was it. I'm actually kind of curious now. Let me take a look see at what is used for decorative gripping. It looks like, who the fuck, Tom Zegna one. This is the Manoa. This is the pen spinner shop version. So I don't know if his lip, but it looks like Sailors. But this one is different. It looks like Any Ball. It might be Any Ball and Air Blanc. I guess I'm going to assume it's Any Ball Air Blanc. Any Ball Air Blanc. Yeah. One stripe Any Ball, one stripe Air Blanc. So I'm gonna assume. Why did I click that? I'm gonna assume it's that, and I'm not going to double check the tutorial. But here, this is this tutorial. Any Ball and Air Blanc. I forgot who made this tutorial. They also made the Near tutorial, right? Stealth. Are they active? 10 months ago, 9 months ago, GT. They still make shit. No, Spinovation. Okay, they still do shit. WW. All right, that's cool. All right. Back on to the topic, to to the original shit. I'm gonna put this mod. Okay, put this grip on, decorative grippage. It honestly hey, it ain't bad. It's got, it ain't horrible. It ain't the worst thing in the world. Whatever. Next, the other cap. And for any ball sliding up at any ball against a cap, it ain't. That's a nice. It ain't the worst. You know, any ball is so stretchy and cool, and like the smoothness of an energel barrel and all the other barrels, like on a cap, like that's cool. You know, that's fine. That is the easy pen spinning shit. You know, when you start putting this shit on like a G2 or some shit on a grip, gets kind of annoying, and you have to use the ink tube or, you know, like do this shit with it, you know, blah blah blah, inch it up yourself, and like that's a lot more annoying. But this I'm chill with. That was cool. Look at these. We got these 2 caps now, and like, yay, one more step. We'll actually like a couple of, well, I mean, you know, we gotta tape it up. Okay, we gotta tape it up. I'm not sure what's the best procedure to put it on. I don't know if it's to like put it on directly like this and like spin it like this. But I mean, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try spinning it. But like, how do I cut this shit now? How do I cut this shit? I guess I do this. And like cutting this shit is kind of annoying because you gotta do it in like one go. And like my scissors aren't sharp. Fuck off. I'm doing it. I held that shit in a weird way. My scissors are not sharp. I should have used the base of the scissors maybe. Like over here. And maybe cut it a bit slower. At a correct angle. Whatever. We got some on. I feel like that was more than I usually put. So I don't know how that's gonna go, but shake test. It's on for now. Yay! I feel like Teflon tape doesn't feel like too much of a permanent solution sometimes, which is kind of annoying. But it does feel a lot nicer than applying a little bit of tape and then having to apply more tape but you know, so sometimes I wish maybe tutorials were very precise and actually showed how much tape you use. But like, I feel like small difference, you know, whatever, you can adjust. It's just kind of annoying sometimes to have to like cut a bit of tape and then, oh, it's a bit loose, so I gotta add a bit more tape to it. But with Teflon tape, you kind of can put as much as you want, and like it's kind of chill. It's kind of chill like that. And it's like, yeah, it's like, because I guess it's like thinner. We're gonna hold it this way. That was almost a good cut. Whatever. I'm gonna assume that's good. But bam! Pass shake test. Little rattly, but like on one end. This end. We're gonna put a little bit more. Let's see if we're good. Oh, shit! Fuck you. No. Why is it slipping? Why did I just fuck this shit up 3 times? Because my grip, I'm losing grip. Okay, there we go. Alright, let's try not to cut myself. I cut that shit slow and nice. Let's go. Let's see if this is a snugger fit and if it will actually fit. Oh, that's a snug fit. That's a snug fit. Oh. Ah. It's a bit sticking out. Can't really see, but you can kind of see like a little texture difference. But we're gonna ignore that shit and pretend we didn't see it. It's gonna blend in when we spun anyways. Whatever. Rattle test, we're good. We're gonna compare it to the original length. It's a bit messed up. Wait, where is it? Am I tripping? Oh, it's right here. Whoopsie daisy. So as you can see, yeah, my cuts have decreased the length. Because, you know, I fucking messed up and like I kind of compensated with a grip a bit, blah blah blah. Maybe even the lip helps a little bit, but like, yeah. It's still a long mod though. It's like, don't, whatever. It's not like it's completely different. Like, what is it? 23.1, 23.1, and my other one is other one is 23.5, 23.6, 23.6. Yeah. So this one is even shorter by 0.1 centimeter, 0.1 millimeters compared to the original. And this one is even shorter, of course. 23.0. I think I literally just measured this. 23 on the dot. 23 centimeters. So 0.7 off of the original. It's still pretty cool and long mod, not, you know, but oh my god, field is a long mod. You know, I kind of forget sometimes that field is a pretty long mod, but like, you know, field is long. Wow, it's a 24 centimeter mod. Oh my god, you know, that I never kind of clocked that in sometimes, but field is a long mod. You know, very cool. Whatever. We're done here. It ain't as ugly as I kind of expected to be. Maybe it's even better with only the red stripes, but of course, because, you know, it's an ugly energel, it got this part here. So like when spinning, it's kind of, you know, is it ideal? Whatever. Haha, you can't see my spinning. Haha, you can't see my spinning. Haha. It spins like an energel. I want to say that it actually, wow, that's cool. Yep. It's a bit more solid, I feel like. Whatever. Maybe less floaty, but that might be just because of the length, honestly. But apparently, this mod is actually, as spoken before, it's actually, he actually prefers, well, you know, he actually prefers V1 compared to V2, and V2 is actually just, you know, the accessible version. So if you truly want to spin what i.suk really actually liked and what energel ST should have been, it's V1, you know. V1 spins better for his preferences. Yeah. You know, but V2 is of course prettier. Alright? So whatever. So I can understand it. I feel like even if you ask people, like, if there was like energel ST V2 version A, version B, people are still gonna pick the, I mean, like, you know, energel ST, and there's two versions and one of them's not kind of like V2. If like they were just named like, I don't know, light, dark type shit, or like, I don't know, something that's kind of equal, and like you actually have to pick like between one and like two, and like, you know, there's not a number that's kind of persuading you to point one, like push one, because it's like, oh, V2 is more updated, I guess, you know. What are they gonna pick for mod to make? I think they're still gonna make V2. You know, V2 is prettier and like probably, you know, like a lot more easy to make because you don't have to do this extra cutting shit, you know. Like that's really it. Yeah. Cool mod, probably underappreciated. I don't want this mod to get lost in time. There is no resources for V1, I guess, except maybe me posting the tutorial somewhere on IPMC when somebody was curious about it one time. If you want to make it, you can make it. It's I guess, supposedly uglier. Like if you look in these pictures, yeah, like these it like maybe this one is like cool. This one's cool, but like you don't get the pretty design. You don't get the pretty design. And people like Energel ST is honestly already a pretty ugly mod, in my opinion. I don't like the patterns. I don't like. I remember maybe Nine's Energel ST looking pretty good, but I think for like it's still a good mod to have. It's still good, you know. And right now, I'm not. I might consider spinning you know, like I'm gonna spin the Energel STV1 for a bit, and maybe I'll like it more than a V2. And when both of these are gone, because both of my friends have broken it by hitting other people with it, maybe I'll make V1. Maybe I'll make V1 over the V2. Who knows? Whatever. Hey, we'll see. Whatever. Video's done. My voice is getting a little bit tired, and I kind of want to play. You know, I kind of want to relax a bit. So yeah, see you guys. Bye bye. Thank you for watching. If you watched this whole thing.